Hau ki runga. Hau ki waho. Hau ki aho. Hei kawe te kupu i te rangi. I am in Te Wānui a Tiriwa. This is the Great Forest of Tiriwa, Tiriwa being the ancestor of the mana whenua of this rohe te kawarau maki. And so very humbled to be standing on this whenua. We are in the ranges known as Hikurangi, but the Ngahere or the forest known as Te Wānui Tiriwa. So it is wonderful to be here, and it is end of July. It is very, very cold in Tamaki Makaurau in Auckland. It's about maybe 8:30 in the morning and my fingers were really, really cold. So yeah, it was a nice experience to get here, but in saying that, it was really cold. The mist was still blanketing the Ngahere, which was really lovely, and it's rising, and it's such a beautiful day today. Today I want to speak about the spiritual heart, and we will just see where that takes us. But I'm standing near the Cody, and amongst many rākau rangatira, one being a rata vine that is quite huge, and I'm also under a puta puta weta, and on my right is the mighty Cody. And the Cody is the Mauri of Cody can help you to open the manawa, or open the spiritual heart. The Cody is one of those rākau rangatira that can open the spiritual heart, or bring you into your state of sacred presence, so that you can feel and experience your heart and the portal of that heart, of what that opens. So there's been scientific evidence that measures the heart, and in particular coherence between the heart, the brain and the nervous system. And I believe it's heart math that's done quite a bit of science around this heart math. So coherence between the heart, the brain and the nervous system. The heart has an electromagnetic field, and it can extend up to many feet away from the body. It is a force field that emanates from within, and it is amplified by our emotions. So if you're in coherence, so balanced, feeling strong, feeling connected to your environment, to Earth Mother, Papa Tuanuku, Ranginui, Sky Father, and you're connected to everything around you and feeling strong and solid in your foundations, then you will have coherence. Your nervous system will be manageable, calm, and your heart will be strong and in a state of sacred presence, and your mind or your brain will be following suit with the heart, will be in coherence with the heart. It's all about the heart. The heart is the tuakana of the body. The heart is the main organ, or the main vessel that we need to align with before the brain, before the mind. the heart, when we are connected with our heart, and there is a long distance between the mind, the brain, and the heart, even though it looks like it's a short distance, it is to travel from this space, this dimension, into this space, into that heart dimension. It's a bit of a journey, and most people spend quite a bit of time, most of their time, in their mind, in their brain, and therefore find it hard to experience or being in the heart. And sometimes it would be because of events that have happened in your life, trauma, or you could be seriously into your study and you need science to back everything, so it all comes from the mind. But like most indigenous cultures and Eastern traditions, the heart is the center of everything. If we can't experience our universe life from our heart, then we cannot find coherence and be one with everything around us. There is a link that is missing. So, the heart has an electromagnetic field. It extends many feet around us. It is a force field that generates from within, and you can get there by deep breathing, you can get there by being in the forest or connecting with plants or connecting with nature. There are a number of ways to get to your spiritual heart. You can even get there by just tapping on the heart and breathing into that space, so that you can bring your mind, your thoughts, your focus into the heart space. So you concentrate on the tapping, and that takes you to the physical space where the heart is, and then you kind of have to just merge into, it's like into the spiritual heart, which is what you feel. Now this is going to be challenging for some people, because many of us don't want to feel, because when we feel, obviously we're going to be bringing up any emotions that could be sitting on the surface, and so a lot of us don't want to feel. So I would suggest one of the things to start to work on are your emotions and any events in your life that may require healing or restoring or balancing. And of course there's a number of ways of doing that. But to get to the heart, to experience the spiritual heart, you can do this through tapping and then closing your eyes, deep breathing, and then breathing into that heart space. And when you're in that heart space, you can hear, sense, feel everything around you. Everything around you. You can sense all of your environment, everything that is going on. You can hear, you can see, you can experience, you can sense everything that's around you. So that's one way of getting to the spiritual heart. And when we practice going into the spiritual heart, when we practice being in that space, if we can practice being in that space daily for like 10 seconds a day, try that for a week, 10 seconds a day being in your space of the heart, and then the second week go for 20 seconds and build it up, 30 seconds each week, build it up to be in that heart space. very soon it becomes a practice that you are able to easily drop into that space, because it's very, very important to recognize when you're there and when you're in your mind. It's important to identify the different spaces so that you can easily drop into the heart space when required. When you're in your heart space, when you're in the spiritual heart, you are grounded. You are grounded and solid in your foundations. The nervous system starts to calm. Your parasympathetic system starts to rest and heal. Everything starts to calm down. And this will help you to create coherence between the heart, the mind, and the nervous system. However long it takes, it's a great practice to get into. Another way to come into your spiritual heart is walks in the Ngahere, walks in the forest, where you can smell and breathe in the Mauri of the Ngahere. The phytochemicals that the trees release is the rongoa, or the medicine that we need, that can help to calm the mind and clear our respiratory system, invigorate our blood, which is great for the heart. It can strengthen our immune system, and we begin to resonate to the trees while we are walking. They help us to calm our mind. They help us to resonate to them. They are connected to Papatuanuku, or Earth Mother, so they have her resonance. They have her heart resonance that hurts, or that her electromagnetic field, we can resonate to her through the trees just by walking through the forest and absorbing the rongoa that is being emitted from the rako, from the trees. I encourage you to get out in nature. This is our nature is everything. Nature is so important for our lives, for living. They provide so much life-giving rongoa, and also mātauranga. They help us to think clearly. They help us to have clarity. They can help us to receive ideas and insights. Because our mind is clear and our heart is open, they can help us to receive the insights and ideas that we require to move forward on our life purpose, whatever that purpose is. If you don't know what your life purpose is, or the pathway in life that you are meant to take, tuning into your spiritual heart can help you to get to that place. Because the spiritual heart, the heart resonance, is about truth with a capital T. Truth. Your heart knows your truth. Your heart knows the truth of everything. When you're connected to your heart, it cannot hear untruths. When you start to strengthen this muscle and be in that heart space, any untruths that are around you, you will find it very challenging to be around. You can't hear any untruths anymore. So things like gossip, surface information, surface talking, or things that have no depth. They don't serve you anymore. It actually hurts the heart, because the heart needs truth. The heart needs to hear truth. It needs to see truth, and it needs to know. It needs to know truth. So when you're on your path of truth, everything is coherent, and the universe and other pathways open up for you to keep moving in that light of truth, in the light of the heart. If you are not on the right pathway, or there are things that don't serve you right now, and you are starting to bring coherence into your life, or spend time in your heart, you will certainly notice this within your body. It won't align for you. These things will just want to drop away. They will want to fall away, or be healed, or restored, or balanced. And then that is where the mahi is, where you will be required to make those changes. Make the changes. You can make it difficult or easy by the intensity of the work that you do in order to be on your path of oneness or truth, following your heart. So the heart is the beacon, the heart is the light, the heart is your truth, it is a compass, it is so many things, but it is your light, your inner light, that can guide you to where you're meant to be going. To where you're meant to be going. To what path you're meant to be on. I can't, I really encourage you to start to experience this being in the heart space and doing it as a daily practice. This is part of the Kaitohu Wairua series of workshops that I'm doing, that are coming up or that are happening at the moment. We cannot move forward without knowing the spiritual heart. We have to experience the spiritual heart before we do any type of work like that. So this is why I stress it's important to know your heart. Sorry about that. The camera stopped working. Anyway, I thought I would use this other camera, and at least you can see the Cody behind me. Such a beautiful rako, and it holds the light. It holds the light of ancient DNA, and it is such a powerful rako rangatira that it is incredibly powerful, and it is one of those rako that helps to open the heart or bring you into your heart, but it's quite unforgiving in that it'll kind of give you whiplash. It's not forgiving. So like when you work with a rako like Kawakawa, working with the Mauri of Kawakawa, it's soft and gentle, and it helps ease your mama, your grief. It works with, and it's gentle. It almost like it holds your hand through the process. But with Cody, it is fierce in that if you want to sort your heart out with any emotions that need to be purged, it will do that. It will do that with your permission. When you start to connect into the Mauri of Cody, it will help you to purge in a big way. Let's just tidy myself up. Gosh. Okay. It's still a bit foggy here, so it could be a little bit looking a bit wet, but I hope that this I hope that it comes out okay. I'm just going to keep the kōrero going. The manu are starting to wake up and they're starting to fly around. There's a bit of movement now. It's about 9 o'clock. So they're starting to, the ngahere is starting to become warmer, the light's coming in, and they are moving around. They're moving around. So we talked about the spiritual heart, and when I talk about the spiritual heart, I'm talking about, you know, we've got our physical heart, but first and foremost, we are spiritual beings. We are spiritual beings first. We are wairua. We are energy. We are not this physical being. This is the very last vessel. It's the manifestation of our wairua. So when I talk about the spiritual heart, you might be thinking it's the physical heart, but it's actually the wairua of the physical heart. It's the spiritual heart, and the wairua of the physical heart is the access point or the bridge to source, to the creator. It is a bridge that helps us to get to those places, but before you are able to go to those places, obviously a lot of calibrating has to be done within your own being, because it's like having you know, when you've got really strong light, when there's light pouring in, so like sunlight is pouring in, it can be too strong for your eyes, and so you kind of close them, or you need sunglasses, or you maybe close the curtain a little bit so it's not so bright, but you still want to feel that sunlight on your skin because it's so warm and healing. And so if it was fully coming in, the sunlight is fully coming in, it's too strong. And the same is for when you're in those higher dimensions, the light can be too strong for us to manage. So we have to recalibrate ourselves to be able to hold that type of light. So I think on that note, I think we'll close for today, and we'll close with some breathing exercises. So let's take a deep breath in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Take a deep breath in, and when you breathe out, breathing out through your mouth, you're making the sound. So breathe in, haki roto. Breathe out, haki waho. Breathe in. Hau ki runga. Hau ki waho. Hau ki aho. Hei kawe te kupu ki te rangi.